fortunate, got that one back. Then didn't hesitate. I think he threw a touchdown the next play, which was real cool. But it was real impressive how he played, and I thought it was real similar to the week before. No, just got to that point in the game, so we didn't put him back in. Felt good by then.
Did you have the full game plan in? I mean, everything that you do, he could do?
Yes, we always have the full game plan in. Full game plan's the game plan.
Playbook or whatever. Was everything available to him?
Yes, I mean, definitely. I mean, it was the week before too, and with Brock's skill set and what he does, we don't have a ton of design quarterback runs and stuff, but maybe we need to. He moved pretty well today.
What can you tell by how the Bucs played defense of what their approach was in trying to make Brock prove it to them?
Similar to what they do. What they always do. I mean, they mix in a lot of pressures, but they do that in every game. Some are to stop the run, some are to come after the quarterback. Then they mixed up a lot of zone coverages too. So there was no real theme of the day. They mixed up a bunch of stuff, and he had to go against everything. So he did a good job with the variety of things he saw.
This was different from last week in that there was a week of build-up. He was kind of a national story, except for Tom Brady. Did you have any concerns about how he was handling or processing all this?
No, I mean, he was great throughout the week. I think the week even made you feel better. Just the 3 practices we had, just getting a lot thrown at him on Wednesday and coming out and just getting better each day in the way he handled it. And no, he gave us a lot of confidence throughout the week.
A handful of plays where he was able to kind of avoid pressure and then step up and make something happen. What do you think kind of all the pressure he saw last week helped him with that this week?
I mean, he's played a lot of football in college, and he just got to play his first NFL game last week, and then he did the same stuff today. I mean, he reacts and runs around and makes some plays, and that's how he was in college, and that's how he's been so far in the league. And when you do that, it's how many good plays can you make without making the bad ones, and he's done that really well so far.
What did you say to him in the headset after that first snap that he audibled out of and got sacked?
Wrong audible.
Throughout camp that you were impressed by Purdy. We could tell in preseason. I think you told some of the TV Fox crew before a game that you were the most eager you've been to see a third stringer with him. Is this? I mean, obviously the 2 quarterbacks are ahead of them, and they've been hurt. But how eager were you to see this, and how exciting is it for you to see it develop like this?
I mean, I was really eager to see it and real happy for him. I mean, he's shown all of us this a bunch. I mean, it's not out in the games, but just how he's been since he's been here. He's been extremely consistent. He hasn't had too many ups and downs. He's always, in the preseason, he had to fight just to get more reps every day, and we didn't go into it expecting. I mean, he would have been our number 2 going into this year if we didn't get Jimmy there at the end, and we didn't expect that going into it. And for him to be able to do that and win that job was impressive. And then just him going out now, I'm just happy that he was able to go out there and perform at the level a lot of us thought that he was capable of. And I mean, I know the players felt that way, the coaches felt that way, and guys played really good around him too. And I was just happy for him because it's kind of what we see from him.
What jumps out at you when you look at how your 49er defense did against Tom?
I was so proud of those guys, and just, first of all, you got to take away all the other stuff, so you don't give them that many freebies. And they almost had one with the hell of a play that they had. It was a 3-man rush. It looked like Tom just went all the way across the board and just waited long enough for the zone coverage to break down. But besides that, I mean, our guys to get turnovers versus him, which is as hard as any quarterback there is. When he starts to get into that, when he's down and he's going to be throwing it each play, he's a really tough guy to stop and to keep him out of the end zone all those times, even when he was kind of trying to take it over with the 2-minute type offense. Besides the one that we did give up, that was very impressive. And just how many guys that went down throughout the game on the defense, and just having to adjust with that, and those guys to be able to still finish it because we didn't have any people left.
Doubt that Nick Bosa would play this week?
I did earlier in the week. I was really concerned about it earlier in the week. But as the week went, felt a lot better about it on Friday. Just talking to him last night was the best I had felt, and it was good to see him out there.
Pitch count at all?
No.
Not to be a jerk, but the last time you played Tom Brady, you lost to March. in the Super Bowl. Was that on your mind? Because you did.
That's not being a jerk. That's just a fact.
Was that at all on your mind when you're up 35-7, getting deep into the second half as you know?
Yeah, any time that you're up a lot, you go back to any scars that you have. So I do the math a lot. I know he came back on us when we were up 25 going into the fourth. I also know versus Detroit week 1 last year, we were up 41-17 with 1:58 left, and they had the ball 41-33 with 20 seconds left on the 25-yard line going in to score. So I always do the math right to that to feel fully comfortable. I thought the 41-17 one was kind of an anomaly, but I definitely didn't feel good with Brady. I mean, I saw him do it to the Rams last year too, or 2 years ago in the playoffs. No, that was last year, so you always got to be careful with him.
Is this the consistent running game that you guys have been looking for?
I mean, yeah, we're always looking for 200-yard games. I mean, it was nice. We broke some big ones. To me, that's the difference. We broke some big ones. I thought we did decent on third down, especially there, I think, in the first half. But when you break those big ones, that's what really gets the yards going. And we managed, even when we had some bad runs, I thought we still moved the chains when we threw the ball and were able to stay out there.
What did you see on some of those outside runs? The outside runs haven't always been there this season. They were there today. Does it have to do with the fronts that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple outside ones that we called that weren't there, and we lost a lot of yards on. And there's a couple that we called, and I know we got the one on Debo scoring earlier. But it just depends what they're doing, and so they got to hit at the right time. And had a couple good looks on it today, but a couple of the long ones were inside runs too.
Talk last about how everybody was kind of almost in shock at halftime at Jimmy going down. Was it similar with Debo today, or was there more of a sense of optimism this time?
I don't think so. I mean, everyone knows how much Debo means to us and stuff, and but halftime's so hectic, and it was awesome to finish that half with a score. Come in, you got 8 minutes or whatever it is, and so no, we didn't really do anything today differently at halftime.
After Brock got hit on the first play, he came back right with 3 more throws. Is that by design beforehand, or is that let's see what the kid has, or show the other team?
I mean, we do it. We do an open 20. We do script the first 24 plays, and I get off that a ton. But I don't think I did till whatever the first third down was. So those were all part of what we were going to do, and it's just a tough first play. But it ended up being probably a better first play because he got us a 15-yard explosive on it.
Just to clarify, you don't think Brock's oblique has any potential to sideline him Thursday?
I mean, I wouldn't say it doesn't. You never know how those act up. I mean, he was able to finish the game today and stuff, but we got to see when he comes in tomorrow, when the adrenaline wears off and things like that.
You even have to address the team like everything that we want is still possible, even with 2 quarterbacks down, or do you just assume everyone knows that already?
I think everyone knows it already. I mean, the game last week helped. It helped a lot. That was a big game last week, and to lose Jimmy so early and Brock to come in and show everybody that he was capable, that makes you not have to talk about it much. If you sit there and you talk about it a lot, that to me, then you're trying to convince people, and I don't feel any need to try to convince our team. I think what they've told you guys after the Saints game and or the Miami game, and what you guys heard from all week is truly how they feel.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
How we doing?
Ray, were you, it seemed a little bit ballsy to go up to Brady after the game to have him sign that ball.
Man.
What inspired you to do that?
Man, the worst thing he could tell me is no. So, I mean, I was always told if you don't ask, you'll never know. So, I mean, he's a good guy to be able to sign that ball after he didn't threw them picks. Like, that's big time. So, I mean, I appreciate him. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. He's a GOAT, so I appreciate that.
How did you approach him, and what did he say to you?
Yeah, I went like a little fan. I went like a little fan girl. You know, I tried to, soothe him up, make him feel better. So I was like, man, yeah, you the greatest ever, man. You know, all that good stuff. But he is. But I mean, and he was like, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Good job and stuff. And I was like, man, you ain't got to sign the balls. Because I knew he looked like he was going through a lot. So I was like, man, you ain't got to sign the balls. And then Fred come over there. Fred's like, you get the ball signed? And I'm just like, yeah, man, now you got to sign these balls. And he signed them. So, I mean, it was cool, man. Yeah, no doubt.
You said during the week you were going to get one of those balls, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a premonition? Like, what? How did you know that?
Man, sometimes it's just, Coach say it's just instincts. You just got to know. It's just, sometimes if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. So sometimes you got to just speak it, talk it, live it. Every day I thought about it. Every day I prayed for it, and I got it. So you just got to think about it.
You know you want it so bad, but it comes at you and you have to kind of tip it up in the air a little bit. What's going through your mind when the ball?
I'm thinking like stay on my feet, because once I tipped it, I was like, all right, maybe I can catch it the first time, but I didn't, so I tipped it up, and then when I tried to catch it the second time, I was trying to get back under my feet so I can take it off and run with it, but kind of was on my ankle a little bit and just couldn't get going. But I mean, it was just crazy.
Another game and another day where a key player goes down. Are you guys oblivious to that at this point? You had it happen so many times.
We're definitely not oblivious to it. Just we hate to see guys go down. Like anytime we see somebody, any of our teammates go down, like every guy on the 53-man roster, like shit, even the practice squad, they get us better. So everybody really plays a big part in getting us better and making sure that we're ready to go out there on Sunday. So whenever you see a guy that's down, especially one of our leaders like Debo, like man, But sometimes, like in life, it's stuff you can't do about, stuff you can't handle or change, stuff you can't, you know what I mean? You just got to go with the punches and just keep fighting, and that's what everybody on this team did, and that's just the type of team that we got. Everybody, you get hit in the mouth, you got to just keep fighting, and I mean, we showed that last year going 3-5, and now this year with all the injuries, man, we just gonna keep rolling, We got faith in every guy that comes out, and that's on the offense or defensive side, like. We tell them, hey, once you part of it, like we got your back no matter what. You go play your ball, you go have fun, and you're gonna have 10 other guys right behind you just ready to go fight for you. So,
Have you looked at the stat sheet yet?
I haven't. I don't.
15. Does that sound about right? I mean, did you feel like you were?
Yeah, I feel like it. Yeah. Yeah. I got tired of them dang check downs, and I wanted to get on them earlier, but my coach was like, stay back, and they threw one over my head earlier, so it was just I had to stay back and let him catch it and get the tackle. But yeah, no, I feel him. I was getting tired of him. Like we need to play some man. So yeah.
Couple more. You have 100 career tackles now for the first time this season in your career, in a full season, and you still have more games to go. What does that speak to you and your growth over the years to turn into basically an All-Pro, Pro Bowl linebacker?
I'm just gonna keep getting better. I mean, good or bad, whatever the case may be, just go into next offseason and see what I got to work on and attack it, you know what I mean? And just keep getting better, and just stacking those days, and eventually you see the breakthrough out of it.
Brock's locker is right by yours. You were saying during the week that you didn't really usually say much. You're not even sure if he's there all the time. What was your? I mean, you're focused on your own defensive part. From what you were able to see, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, just earlier in the week, with him being the guy, I didn't say too much to him, just because I never really say much to him anyway. So I didn't want to start talking to him now. So, but I always, when I go in there, usually wait about 10, 30 minutes, and then. We kind of both just be locked in. I always see him in his iPad, and I got my thing going on. And normally about 20, 30 minutes after, we just saw each other, we go, hey, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Just kind of breaking in a little bit. But I just know throughout this, at the end of the week, really today, I just looked at him and told him, say, hey, just play your ball, man. Like, no matter what you do, we got your back. We're going to fight for you. So just play your ball, go out there and have fun. It's just like when you was a kid, man, like, just go out there and leave it all out. And to be able to see him go out there and make the plays that he did and the confidence that he's playing with as a young guy, I mean, he only gonna get better, you know. And he's just got to believe it and work at it every day, and he gonna see the change and the growth that he's putting in.
All right, thanks, Jay.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
What kind of emotions are you feeling right now?
Man, I'm just excited that we won. Just to do what it takes to win. Defense played great, offense did their thing, and to come out and win in a crucial part of the season, especially going into a Thursday night game coming up. Just very excited. So.
Was that first play? Pretty hard hit. You took on that.
Yeah, it was a hard hit. I was in the wrong play actually, so that was on me. But honestly, it felt good to sort of just get hit and just feel like I was in the game, and I was like, okay. So sort of turned out to be a good thing.
Kyle mentioned you're dealing with an oblique injury. What's your level of concern for this week?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes this week. Just felt a little tight at the end, just from taking some hits. But honestly, man, like if I needed to play throughout the rest of the game, I definitely would have. So gonna get some treatment on it and be ready to roll.
Rob, during the game, there was a viral picture, clip of your dad kind of getting choked up and crying after the first touchdown. Have you talked to him, and just what does it mean for your
Yeah.
family?
Yeah. I saw them right after the game, and just the emotions on their face and just the way they looked down at me from up on the railing. Man, it just means a lot because just throughout my whole life, the ups and downs of playing quarterback in general, high school and college, they're the people at home that just believe in you, and they always see the best in you. And so they've believed in me, even though I was the last draft pick and all that kind of stuff. Like they've always been telling me like you're good enough, and we know that you can do it. And so to see them after that performance meant a lot to me, and so very blessed to have them as my family.
What was the last week like, the practices, even last night? I mean, did you feel it, or was it like a normal week?
Yeah, I mean, just the reps at practice and all that kind of stuff, knowing that you're the guy going into the game, that was a little different. Other than that, my emotions and everything, just in my hotel room, studying last night and all that kind of stuff, it was all relatively the same. And then when we found out, we're getting the ball to start the game out, that's when I was like, okay, like this is getting real. Well, let's go. And so that's why I'm saying, like, to sort of get hit on the first play, I sort of liked it. But other than that, it was another football game. So
All those pressures last week and got a fair amount of them today. How did last week's experience kind of help you deal with and recognize those things the second time?
Yeah, obviously last week they did a lot of zero and just heated me up. Tampa Bay did their thing. Like we studied them up and whatnot, and we knew that they were going to pressure at some point. And so honestly, to have a plan going into the game of what we're going to do, that helped a lot. Where last week it was, when Jimmy was in, we didn't think Miami was going to heat him up as much. Once I got in, it totally changed. So we were sort of on the sideline like, hey, we got to adjust. And so having a plan helped out a lot. The week of preparation was great. So that's sort of just how we went about that.
When a rusher comes and you're able to make them miss, miss. Is your mindset of to look for a big play in that situation, or did it just kind of happen that way?
Yeah, I mean, just in the back of my head, it's, make the guy miss. What's the play still? Where are guys going to be? And then if, I'm on the run for good, like it's, who's the first guy I can see open and whatnot. So definitely talk to our guys. Like I can scramble and do different things off schedule, so always look alive kind of thing. So I thought the guys did well with that today.
What makes Spencer Burford fit in so well with this offense and this team?
Yeah, he's awesome. He's, I think, just athletically, blessed and gifted. He's got a great heart, and I say that because he's not like this guy with a big head or anything. He's very humble, and he goes to work, and you could see like he's just got a motor and wants to win. And so, as a rookie, to step in and get thrown into the fire, like he has all season, and he's done. I thought he's done a great job with it. And so, we've got a lot of older guys on the team that rally the young guys and keep them moving. So he's got a great support system in the offensive line room, and what he's done this year, I think, has been amazing. So he's a dog.
Sorry, was there ever a point where it seemed a little surreal when you looked up at the scoreboard and then you looked and that Tom Brady was on the other side of the field? Like, just with such a lopsided score?
I mean, honestly, for me, I just kept telling myself, dude, this thing ain't over with that guy on the other side of the field. I just wanted to keep putting up points on the board however many times as we could, knowing, this dude's made all these crazy comebacks in his career. So I didn't want that to happen in my first game, as a starter. So, the whole time I'm like doing my thing and stuff, not looking at the scoreboard, knowing the situations and stuff, but also respecting who's on the other side. Didn't want to give him a chance at the end. So.
You need to be humble. At Perry High School or Iowa State, did they ever chant your name? Purdy.
There might have been some chance, but I think today that was wild to hear the whole stadium saying it like that. So, man, we got some great fans out here, man. They love this team, and they're right behind us all the way through. So, very thankful for them. So.
We got a quick moment with Brady there after the game. What was that like for you? What do you have to say?
Man, yeah, it was surreal. Just standing there like, man, that's Tom Brady, talking to guys and dapping guys up and stuff. So to him to have respect for what I did today was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. So, being a little kid, watching that guy kill it throughout all these years, win Super Bowls, and then to be able to just even, give him a high five or whatever at the end, I thought it was pretty cool. So.
You guys good? Cool.
Thanks, guys.
What did Brock Purdy show you today? How he handled this whole week, the way he handled being the starter, and the way he performed today?
He showed a lot. He showed that he could get an assignment and go out there and execute it. He did a great job playing the game, playing within the game plan, and we got a great win.
A few times today, he was able to kind of evade pressure and keep a play alive. What's your mindset in terms of looking for a big play in those types of situations, knowing that he can keep things alive?
Yeah, we had a couple of in the past couple of weeks just where he's moving, making somebody miss, and now it's a new play. You just kind of finding spots, but just knowing that he's going to have the opportunity and give you an opportunity to continue to make plays on a scramble drill or just on a broken play, because he can make guys miss on the edge and get outside and keep plays alive. So, yeah.
You guys can see Debo go down the way he did, and then how are you able to sort of respond from that?
I mean, it's always tough to watch somebody go down, especially one of your guys, especially a guy that's in your room, anybody going down. But, it's tough. But like I said, we had a task to go out there and complete. We got to talk to him and see where he was at when we went in at halftime. So we went out there after half and finished the mission.
What were his emotions like at halftime?
What'd you say?
What were his emotions like at halftime?
I mean, it's Debo. He's not going to give you too much, so.
Brandon, this is a sixth straight victory with three different quarterbacks. Well, three quarterbacks this season. Are you beginning to soak in what's possible this season for this team?
What do you mean by that?
You've had to change your idea of who the quarterback is several times, but is the big picture still that the Super Bowl is right there for you?
Absolutely.
seems like you guys are used to now someone going down each week, so it's almost kind of like you almost expect that at this point.
I mean, you don't want to, I wouldn't say expect it. We know the football, this game that we play, it's a brutal game. It's a tough game. You never know what can happen. Obviously, you don't go in there expecting it, but you just never know what can happen. But at the end of the day, we feel like we have guys in positions that can continue to pick up for guys and let guys, if they were to go down, come back and get healthy and still produce and still ultimately win football games. That's the plan.
On your touchdown pass, what exactly happened? Was that, did they blitz on that, or what was the situation?
I have no idea. I'm running a route, so I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. I do. Brock came up to me and said that he had some pressure in his face, that he had to deal with some. That's why he said the ball was short. So I don't know for sure. But pitch and catch, touchdown.
Is that one of the special traits of this team, is that you guys are able to just continue to keep your eyes focused when you guys are dealing with all these tough injuries?
Yeah, I think we have a team that's locked in, a team who's been here together for a while now and understands the mission, understands what we want to do as a football team, and understands what we want to do each week. And when you have a focused football team that knows what they're capable of, some good things happen.
Brandon, on that touchdown, could you tell that they were set up for that double move, that would be something that would be wide open for you?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard that call really the whole entire week or game plan. I didn't even know if that play was in. So it must have been something that they seen upstairs and on the sideline. So I'm sure there was something that they saw if it ended in a touchdown.
That was a play from previous game plans?
We've had it before. I mean, we've had it before. It's a play that we run, but not a play that we had in this week. I'm not sure.
Did that make you feel like, okay, they saw something upstairs or Kyle saw something that this play will work?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely knew we had action. Yeah. Appreciate it.
So what do you want to talk about?
You said last week that he's gone up against the number one defense. He's going to be pretty good. Is this exceeding what you might have imagined from Purdy, or is this exactly what you thought he was going to be?
Yeah, no, I'm really not shocked. I know everybody else kind of was wondering, how's Brock Purdy going to play? Blah blah blah. I mean, I in the heat of the battle, I'm not really watching. I'm not watching too much because I'm so locked in on trying to keep the team together and keep them focused for a full 4 quarters. But when you see that ball flying in the air, scoring touchdown, 28 points at the half, that's big time football. And it took the entire team today. Complementary football. That's how you really work a team like that.
You guys are professionals, but when you see a guy like Tom Brady, even though he's towards the end of his career, are you guys a little awestruck when you guys play against someone like that?
Yeah, we had our little moment at the end there. Me and Dre ran up to him. Dre had his football with him and Gibbs and asked him to sign the football. So, I had to run up there with him just to make sure that Tom was going to sign him. But it was a cool moment. He's a stand-up guy. Seriously, he told us how much he respected our game at the end there, and that's cool by him.
You noticed too, he did a full receiving line. That wasn't just you guys. He did. I think it was the entire team that he pretty much.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, he's the GOAT. Seriously. I mean, I can't imagine just what he, regardless win or loss, he probably has the entire opposite team coming up to him after games, either just just telling them how much he means to them, or just wanted to talk to him. Seriously, that's a cool moment.
One quarterback in NFL history has beaten Tom Brady in their first career start, and that's Brock Purdy. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, just it's not the weight isn't all on Purdy, right? We let him know that he just plays his game, and we're all behind him, right? It's a team game, team sport, and that's what happens when you go out there, you play complementary football. Is you win a game like that, but just the way he played, the way he stuck in there, who would have thought like on the first play of the game he's going to get smacked by Keanu Neal of all guys, and then the poise of coming back, just delivering the football, nothing phases him, and proud of the way that he hangs in there and performed today.
Did you or Dre have a Sharpie that you presented?
We did. We came prepared. Strolled up to him. Hey, Tom, can you sign the balls for us? Like some 5-year-olds. Yeah, it was great.
Did Dre say, hey, Fred, you got to come to make sure?
No, I wanted to go with him. Just to make sure. No, I didn't intercept anything today. So unfortunately, I didn't get a signed ball. But
What was the key, do you think, defensively in this performance for you guys?
yeah, I mean, we knew it was kind of going to be a chess match with him, and we knew that he gets the ball out quick, and that's why it was tough to get home on him. But just playing everything deep to short, and there was some long drives in there where, they're dinking and dunking us down the field, and I still think that even that touchdown that they had, we still could have stopped them right there. But it honestly was just resilience all the way through, like guys coming up, making tackles. Like every single time I'm deep running the paint, I'm seeing he checks it down, all I see is Dre Greenlaw. Like, I think he's playing at such a high level, and he's probably not getting talked about enough. The type of ball that he's playing this year, the way that people talk about me, I think they need to talk about him in the same way. I know what high level linebacker play looks like, and he's doing it. So for anybody out there think about Pro Bowl votes and stuff like that, he needs to be in that conversation.
Debo went down when Debo went down, and it was obviously very emotional. You guys had to go right out there. You had quite a defensive stand. How much do you have to make sure everybody's focused and gets their head back in the game?
Yeah, I'm in that moment. I'm just thinking about Debo. I'm sad for him. It sucks to see one of your brothers go down like that, and obviously he knew the gravity of the situation, and I want to be there for him. And once he's off, yeah, you gotta regain your composure after that, and you want to play for him. So that adds an extra level of motivation and focus to the group. But yeah, I'm hurt for him.
How excited are you going to go up Thursday up to Seattle with a chance to pretty much close out the division by beating those guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of implications to the game. I think we really got to focus on just taking it as the next game. That's what's allowed us to win, 5 or 6 straight now is just trying to go one at a time, and this is no different. We got a short week. We got to make sure we recover really well, because division games are intense, and especially against the Seahawks. Every time we play them, it's always a battle. And we're playing in their spot. It's gonna be rocking Thursday night football. We got to come ready to go.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
How concerned are you about Debo's injury? I know, of course, that becomes kind of top number one conversation after a game like this.
It was definitely concerning on the field. It looked pretty bad. I don't know much about it. I hope that he's all right. He's tough as hell. He tried to walk off. But, yeah, I'm just hoping for the best.
Were you a little bummed out by not getting the shutout there?
A little bit. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Nick, at what point this week were you confident that you were going to be able to play?
Probably Friday. Yeah.
How much of your week was kind of thinking bigger picture and knowing that you had a short term to Seattle? Was that play in terms of playing this week?
I was just taking it one day at a time, just assessing how I felt every day, and every game's huge, so I'm glad I was able to come back. I felt great. So.
What do you think was clicking especially well for you guys all on defense in that first half?
Just every level is so good and so on it that if everybody's out there, then it's going to be a good performance from our defense.
Did you get
a good look at the first quarter hit that you had on Brady? It was close to being a sack. Did you watch it on the video board at all?
I didn't see it on the video board, but I saw a replay, and I thought he was down, but he just gets rid of it.
How much does Eric Armstead being back change what you're able to do on the defensive line?
It's huge, yeah. More depth, the better in there, and obviously Eric's as good as it gets. So just having him as a presence out there is huge.
I think he's one of the unsung heroes on your defensive line.
I don't know if he's unsung, but yeah, you could say that for sure. Not many people, or not enough people, talk about him. But I think what he did, what he's done throughout his career, and what he's done in the playoffs, and he's a legend here.
Your thoughts on Purdy in his first NFL start?
We got a quarterback.
Help convince you even more?
I had a lot of confidence in him, but obviously it's the NFL and you got to go perform, and he did that pretty darn good.
Prior to his start, what impressed you most about him?
Just his confidence. Yeah, I mean, each time he scored, he waited on the sideline. Like usually they go back and look at the iPad or whatever, or talk to their coaches. He waited for the extra point, and then congratulated all the linemen each time. So, I mean, the kid's awesome. I saw the video of his dad crying, which was really cool.
Couple more. Danny? Thanks, Nate.
Thank you.
What's up, guys?
Kind of follow up on that. What was your impression of Brock being around him this week, and then just seeing how he handled himself in the game?
Yeah, he's an impressive guy. It's fun to be around. You know, he's. I think to play quarterback in this league, you have to be very intelligent. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned playing in, my 6th year now. And for a rookie to come in and process this offense and do everything by the book, but then add his own flair to it is very impressive. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited to keep playing with him, and I love that guy. He's I've seen the work when I first got here. I think I said this earlier in the week, but he was the guy calling all the plays for me when I was walking through by myself trying to learn the offense. So it's a testament to him and the work that he's put in.
How comfortable are you now with the offense and your role being here?
Feel great. Always learning, always trying to take strides forward, but definitely feel much better than I did.
Brock said he changed to the wrong thing on the first play, but it actually kind of helped him after he took that hit on the very first play. How did he settle in from what you could tell in that moment?
Yeah, he didn't blink. I think he has a lot of confidence in himself, and I think it's because of the work that he's put in. You can kind of see it in his eyes that he he knows what he wants to do, and obviously he's going to grow and continue to get better. But I think obviously he played well. The offensive line, though, is unbelievable. And watching those guys and what they do, and our tight ends and our fullback juice. It's rare to have that many talented guys who take so much pride in blocking like that and protecting the quarterback. And so it's a fun group to be around.
For the second straight week, and for the second straight week, you might have played better after it happened. Is there something about the focus of this team and moving on in situations like that?
I think, seeing Debo go down, seeing Jimmy go down, it's brutal. It's part of this game. You hate to see it. But, our guys stepped up, and that's important. You can't replace that guy. So that's even more important that everybody steps up and does their job at a high level and eliminates mistakes, and praying that it's not anything too serious and that he can come back and join us.
So Brock adds his own flair. What is his own flair?
I think you guys saw it today. He plays. He's very poised, but plays with energy at the same time, and I think that's a great trait. 2 great traits to have as a quarterback. He was great in the huddle today. It's a tough offense. Obviously, I've learned that, and so to be able to once again do that, and hearing stories about him in OTAs, and guys loved him in OTAs, and I think in the preseason he did really well. So Brock's a great guy, and I'm excited to continue to roll with him.
I'm sure you guys are still learning to play with him, learning about him as he plays more. But in terms of his ability to kind of make guys miss and keep plays alive, how much are you having to be cognizant of that, knowing that, if he can keep a play alive, maybe something can happen big?
Yeah, I think you're always ready for that. I don't ever think about that. That's just him being him. For me, it's just doing my job, check the box, do it at a high level, and then play beyond the X's and O's.
On your TDA, where maybe they haven't been the last few weeks. What was the difference today, you think?
Well, I think, some games are always better than others when it comes to the run game. I think just because it's not a statistically good run game all the time, it doesn't mean you're not running the ball efficiently. And I think, speaking for today, those guys were unbelievable up front. And like I said, it's the O-line. It's all 5 of those guys communicating, getting to the right calls. It's also the tight ends and fullbacks, and they play a big part in this run game. And then, calling the right plays is a huge deal in this league. So getting to the right runs, knowing which ones we're blocking well, depending on what they're doing, and then executing. You watch a guy like Jordan Mason too, the way he runs. It's inspiring to all of us, makes me want to be better, break tackles and keep moving forward, and those explosives will come.
What was the roller coaster like for you on your TD catch? Call it a catch, then call it.
Say it again, sorry.
What was that roller coaster of emotions for you? Don't call it a catch, go to replay. Were you pretty sure the whole time it was a catch?
God was looking after me on that one. I wasn't quick to celebrate that one because I knew I'd bobbled it a little bit. I was just praying that I got that second foot down, and obviously Rooney rolled it a touchdown. I was relieved.
Well, what enabled that play to work? How did you guys set that up? How did that transpire?
Just ran straight, was open, and Brock threw me the rock. Caught it, yeah.
Do you get a sense of when Kyle, you haven't been here that long, but when Kyle is in rhythm calling plays, can you kind of feel that sometimes?
I think he's always in rhythm. I think it's up to us to execute the plays. That's one thing I realize is you can call the right play and it doesn't work because, lack of execution. You can call the wrong play and it does work because of execution and guys playing beyond the X's and O's. And so for us, it's about trusting our game plan. Our game plans have been great, and I think everyone on that offense trusts the play call, and, it's up to us to go make them come to life.
Christian, obviously weren't in a great situation in Carolina, but now this week you'll get a chance to play for the division title. How does it hit you, the position that you're in now?
It's awesome. It's awesome. I had a lot of good years. I really enjoyed my time in Carolina. I know we didn't have the results, but obviously they're killing it, man, and I'm happy for those guys. Obviously beating Seattle's big for us. Us beating Tampa, big for them. So kind of hats off to those guys, man. I'm proud of them, and I love everyone in that locker room. But yeah, being able to play for a division title is huge, and playing against a good team and playing away. So it's a big challenge, quick week. So recover, get back as quickly as possible. Thanks, guys.